Mm-hmm. 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 Hmm. Hmm. I wanted to play the Nahiri, but I don't actually own the Nahiri. That cheats out Ulamog. I mean, Emrakul. I thought I owned it. I guess I don't. We're a green deck. Maybe I can play Cards Bastion. I do need creatures. No. Maybe not Mother Runes. No. Oh, so we can play this one. No. Counters? 1-1 counters? Real top extras. Should be counters. Britney Spears. I'm not familiar with Britney Spears' music. Before my time. How do I... Condemn? I actually kind of like Condemn. What does Enlightened Tutor get? Completed staff? Probably could play Silence. Various Protection. Stroke of Midnight. Could also play Sweepers. What is Crop Rotation doing? Karn's Bastion? That's dumb. What if I did run... If you watch a VOD, it counts. Oh, look at you. Total addict. Can't control yourself. Oh, Kozilek's Command. Please, why won't you work in the decks I force you into? One Ring engine makes the combo fast. Well, kind of. What's the combo with Staff? You need 6 mana? One, two, three, 4. You need 5 mana. Okay, so Rofellos would have to tap for 5. There's no other way to make this combo. Rofellos is not in the command zone. Yeah, that's probably not happening. I have... Oh, I do have Enlightened Tutor, actually. Isn't there a Cinderglade that's green and white? Maybe there isn't a green white Cinderglade. I don't know why I think there is. Hmm. Maybe the combo's worth it. Dark Depths, Thespian Stage. Yeah, this is a creature. Reclaimer's a creature. Uh, Curse? I had an idea. Now I forgot it. Um, I'm gonna put Hydra in. It's another. I mean, Ouroborid, I think, is maybe just too slow. It's like a standard Titan right now, apparently, but it feels a little slow for Historic Brawl. But I guess it isn't that bad. I could take out one of these goofy proliferate cards. Why does it want equal forest plain ratio? That's a little weird. I could take out O'Hare. Let's take a gander at... What's this called? Sleeper Agent? Okay, I played this 2.5 years ago. That's not... Let's see. I was running Voice of Resurgence. Huh. Ujin. I was running Craterhoof Behemoth? Why? I didn't have Scute Swarm or anything. Okay. What about the other Ajani? Was that standard? Seems... Looks like it was standard. I played this in standard. Wow. Okay, well this is radically different from those. How's it going? It's going as good as it will be. Or we shall see. Alright. Ajani Sleeper Agent. 4 mana, 4 loyalty. It's completed, so you can pay it with life instead, and it will show up with less loyalty. Ideally, I don't want to do that, because the ultimate is my win condition, which is -6. Whenever you cast a creature, someone gets 2 poison counters. So you just cast 5 creatures after you ultimate, and your opponent dies, and there's almost nothing you can do about it. You can give yourself, like, hexproof, I guess, or the unbelievable scenario, someone has Solemnity in play. The minus will probably never happen, but the plus is alright, I guess. You reel the top card. If it's a creature or planeswalker, put it in your hand. Otherwise, it's like a scry one. If you don't like the card, you can put it at the bottom. So it's either a scry one or draw a creature or planeswalker. It's a fair amount of creatures. There's not a... Wait, I don't think there's any planeswalkers, actually. Oh, shoot. No, there's not. There's probably a few you could run. Gideon is interesting because it locks things down with its plus, the 3 mana one. And you could force your opponent to kill it because you could do the bubble thing where you can't lose the game unless Gideon dies or whatever, as long as you control a Gideon. But, I think it's worth putting in the... Oh, there's a bunch of proliferate cards, so I can get to 6 loyalty faster. But there's also Dark Depths Death Unit Stage. It's another way to win the game. I could probably go without it and have more like removal spells and more board wipes, or just board wipes in general. I think that might be a line there. You don't have counter spells though, so you're like, if you keep the board clear and you're dealing with all the stuff, and they just have like a spot removal spell to kill Ajani, you just can't stop it, then your sweepers aren't buying you that much time, really, in the long run. And you probably are not going to like sweeping your own creatures, really, because they can actually win the game outside of your commander. I don't have, like, crazy busted things to ramp into, which might be a problem, but we shall see. No, Planeswalker Celebration is way too much mana. I mean, you could... If you... It's 7? Right? Is it 7? Yeah, no, I don't like this. I mean, you're already so close to ultimating by the... Actually, I think you... Let's see, you play this 4, it goes up to 5. And then on turn... The next turn you have 5 mana. It goes up to 6. Yeah, no, this is literally too slow. By the time you... No, it's too slow. I wouldn't play that even if it was made it a quote-unquote a turn faster. It's not realistic to me. I don't think I've played it in the other time I played this, which was like 2.5 years ago, and I'm not going to do it now. So that's the idea. Let's see what happens. Oh, I have a perfect quest. Look at that. Look at that. Almost re-rolled it. I have a march, and that's it? That seems bad. You know what? I'm going to play this. I'm going to play this. Alright, looks like whatever I was going to do was not going to work. Okay, well... Opponent seems to have the answer to everything. Amazing. So... I don't think that's what I'm looking for. I don't even know what I'm looking for, actually. That. No, that doesn't do anything. I guess I'll do this. You actually have another card. Is there anything my opponent can do here that involves not doing everything on my turn? That'd be great. Can we have nothing for one turn? With just a wall of perfect answers here to everything I'm remotely considering as a thing to do. I don't really think anything matters. I guess I'll just cast this one. I at least don't need these to resolve. I'm surprised this is worth countering. It is kind of just a rampant growth. Okay. I would be surprised if they countered that. I can cast my commander twice, and I don't have to spend all the mana to do the full retail one the first time. Okay. I take it that means we just have some other kind of hyper-efficient answer to what I'm trying to do. Yeah, I'm not playing around anything. I just try it this turn, try it next turn. I could give myself some stats here. I'd rather just look for something somewhat important. Maybe that works. I don't know. I could shuffle it away if it doesn't. Okay. This ultimate does not win the game. It does not win the game against this commander, is the problem. I suppose I should have cast this first, huh? I guess I'll cast it anyways. If they have to counter anything just for the sake of their commander, I think that's fine with us. I don't even, again, I don't think I'm going to even ultimate this thing. Oh, okay. Fair enough. Made that choice easy. My opponent apparently is threatened by it. I think that is a good sign. Let's grab Dark Depths. I could grab Karn's Bastion to make it slightly faster. But again, like, what do we... I'm just going to grab Dark Depths. Drew the Karn's Bastion anyways. I could start putting stats on just... Oh, but they don't, like... Game Vigilance. Yeah, I mean, I can recast my commander twice, right? So I do that and that. A counter there. So, like... This. Okay. It makes it so they can't swing too good, I guess. And now counterspells aren't that great, so maybe we're just chilling. Let's do this the right way for once in our lives. I think they have to counter this. Yeah, they have to counter it. It probably doesn't feel good, but you have to counter this. Okay, they did not counter it. They just got a 5/5 that draws 16 cards. And then... Plus... Don't think I want that thing. So I have a 20/20 at some point, and that might actually do something. Though it would take a lot for it to really be a big deal for my opponent. They tapped a weird land to do that. I would not kill Ajani here because I could recast it. Oh, maybe not with the Winter Moon. Condemn. Goes to the bottom? Yeah, it does. Alright, well, we know what time it is. It's the, hopefully the Merit Lodge token works time. Knowing my opponent, they probably just have perfect stifle. Yep, of course. Literally can't do anything. Oh no, they already played Stifle. Tail's End? Same thing. Okay, so bounce spell. What? I'm a little confused. I'm actually incredibly confused. Doesn't make a lot of sense to me. I'm just a little blown away. This person doesn't know how this works. I'm just not going to cast anything. Desperation. Of course. What does that do? Okay. Okay. Skew Swarm can become a problem, I guess. It would be ideal if my opponent, like, stopped having all the answers in the world. That'd be great. Well, they know about the Skew Swarm, so... I guess I just do this now. There's really no reason not to do this right now. Alright, now we're asking for another ideal answer from the opponent. Such as, but not limited to, River's Rebuke or something. Or Cyclonic Rift. Top or bottom? It's a good card, but I'd rather just try to find something better. I'm also probably just dead because guitar is dumb. Yep, whatever. Well, that was a waste of my time. I should have conceded 20 minutes ago. Ah yes, Jin-Gitaxias. Must be nice. I think I hit a forest here. Did the earthbended lands get haste? No. There's like 20 answers to reanimating anything here, but I don't have in my hand. Yep, whatever. Fun. Cool. Drew nothing. Oh, bunch of removal spells. God forbid, though. Forgot I was in a format with legacy vintage strategies. Dark Depths does not tap for mana. Defense of the Heart is very good here. A tapped land? Jeez. Alright, well, I'm going to Meditite literally anything. Okay. A little too late for that. Also, I want my opponent to actually cast their commander, so Defense of the Heart is a huge problem. I don't have a fetch land. Of course I don't. Okay, well. What if I played this, played land? 1, 2, 3. Is that enough? Alright, well, they have to deal with this. They can deal with Ajani, I'm sure. But defense is also a huge problem. Yep, and of course they deal with the Ajani. I could chump block it, I guess. Okay, for some reason they gave me the Ajani ultimate. Suppose their board state means it doesn't really matter that I have the ultimate. And I kind of agree. So I can do this and Skew Swarm. I wouldn't be concerned about his ultimate if I were them either. To be fair. Okay, stats. We have stats. What is Nykthos doing? What do I want Nykthos? It's not doing anything. I'd rather get a fetch land for more Skew Swarms. Okay. I don't need more mana. Why do I need mana? So let's chump block this, and I guess kill their commander. Just take 12. Yeah, alright, so I'm going to create too many Skew Swarms here, and it's probably just going to win. But I don't actually have the pile of creatures to kill them, but the inevitability is there at this point for me to do it when I draw creatures. I can surveil my upkeep to find, I really don't even know what. We don't have any mana dorks here. We have like all of them, and I just didn't have any for this. But I also wouldn't have the One Ring or whatever. Maybe this just isn't right. Even with Enlightened Tutor. Let's reassess that. Yeah, we also have a 2020, but I think Skew Swarm Is it's just gonna do it on its own there? Yeah, maybe we're not doing the engine one ring. There's like we could run more creatures for this, but I don't really like a lot of the options I have. Unless they're like... You could... Okay, what if we just cast big stuff, like big dumb things, like Rofellos would, and they can be problems that they have to deal with, and they can only keep doing that until they die from poison anyways? Maybe that's actually kind of interesting. I don't know what those big dumb things are, though. I do like me an Elishnorn. This is pretty depressing for some decks to play against, and I never really get a deck that likes it. Mother of Runes? I mean, no. I'm not protecting anything that matters, really. Frenzied Baloth? Is that the Cycler that gets a land? Oh, no, that's this thing. Hornet Queen is funny. I like Hornet Queen. No, I'm not casting creatures off the top. I don't think I want Crater Hoof. What? No. 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 Do I gain life? No, I'll slip pride. I don't really gain life here. Maybe I drop some of these really, really bad proliferate cards. Let's just play without Curse of Silence. No, I think I like Curse of Silence. It's counterintuitive? It's just doing its own thing. They don't get in the way of each other. I don't think it's counterintuitive. I don't know how it would be. You just you just make the 2020. It's just another way to win the game. Hmm. Hmm. All right, I'm going to try thinning out these proliferate cards that I think are awful and just run more big threats and maybe one or two more ramp spells and have that going for us there. All right, what do we got here? We got, like, you can come out. I don't trust Apparition to ever hit anybody. You can come out. You can come out. This ultimate's very quickly anyways. Yeah, this can come out too. Maybe these two are fine. I don't hate these two. Cankerbloom's a naturalize, right? Yeah. Yeah, that. Let's try that. Could even get rid of more of them as well. Emrakul? Meh. I'm struggling with having some relevant graveyard. I don't think so. I don't really want to add anything that costs more than 7. Oh, there's the, my favorite robot. Forgot about Seek spells. Oh, no. Oh, Settle the Wild. Yeah, yeah. And then... Pock? I gotta stop doing the collect thing. Solitude? We can scry with our commander to approach the second sun win as another way to win the game. I probably shuffle too much. I think I shuffle too much as a green deck. I can run Idyllic Tutor. Ice Till Explorer as well? I mean, that is a creature. Ice Till Explorer is pretty degenerate, so... Yeah, it would be cool to win with Approach. It's been a minute. If you run Approach, it's probably a good idea to run Key to the Archive as well. I could run Key to the Archive, I guess. Alright, there'll be a game. I mean, it's like my favorite white card of all time, so... Any minor excuse. Oh, I forgot about Chain to the Rocks. God. Literally no one said anything. Gotta be kidding me. World Weave has let me down a lot, but it is probably fine. But it has let me down a lot. I'm not even sure that's the kind of deck we are, honestly. Maybe we are at this point. Alright, I'm going to take out Condemn. I'm going to add... What if I... Wait a minute, hold on. I think I want Idyllic Tutor. Do I want Worldly Tutor? Worldly Tutor's a bit weird, but it's actually kind of... Oh, you know what? Worldly Tutor finds a creature, and then Ajani actually just draws it. I completely forgot about that. Completely forgot about that. Okay. You don't even go down a card. Alright, we're probably not a Guide of Souls deck anymore. I just liked it because you could proliferate energy, but I took out all the energy cards, the proliferate cards. Alright, let's try that. I feel like Ajani's at its best when it's mono green anyways. And it does a pretty good job at being mono green. Despite some of the other ones like Jet Mirror. I had Ouroborid in here for a second, but Ouroborid is exceedingly slow in Historic Brawl. This is not standard. Every time you win with it, it's going to look crazy, but that's only because your opponent didn't do anything about it. And then they lost. Okay, so Elesh Norn stops the thing they like to do, but it can just very easily be answered. It's probably fine, though. Unless, of course, it isn't. Wow, they did not have a green opener. Interesting. I don't have to play... Well, I probably will, if they let me. But I don't have to. They do let me. Okay. Yep, I'll go for it then. I'm never blocking with Elvish Mystic in the history of everness, so I'm just gonna let that happen there. Oh, it happened. Huge. I can't play 2 lands, can I? Oh, I can. I can. So I have the ultimate, but I only have 2 creatures after that. Not great. But that's fine. I mean, it's just inevitability. There's no getting around it other than Stifle. Death Touch is... Alright, so we're gonna do it. We're just gonna do it. Who knows, maybe they just concede immediately. Kinda doubt it, though. Well, maybe they do. I don't know. Another land? Yeah. I guess I could play Exploration? Just cast it. Alright, I have 2 creatures. I know about one of them. Oh, wait a minute. The Evolution Sage proliferates the poison counters. Okay, so it's even better than I thought. I was just thinking about proliferating the loyalty. That does not change my opinion about the other proliferate cards it took out. But that is funny. This is your graveyard? No creature cards in your graveyard? Okay. Why are they swinging with the fungus? Mobilize 1? You know what? Go for it. I'm not even going to block it. You go for it. I guess they were going to sack it in response or something. They already played their land, though. Oh, I thought they did. Wait, how's that work? Oh, I see. Reading. I don't need this to resolve. Yeah, we have the ultimate. I don't need it to resolve or anything. Alright, they're over it. Elesh Norn is not an auto-win. It does lock down a fair amount of things, I guess, but, like, there's a reason I don't play this card ever. It doesn't even kill this. It stops. I mean, it effectively completely kills it, but it isn't like dead. It doesn't kill their commander. It stops the zombies. This basically has to be answered here, but it's super vulnerable. I don't know. I'm just normally not big on this card. I love this card though. This card is amazing. One of my favorite characters in Magic. Nissa? Huh? Yeah, I'd say the 5-mana one is better than the 7-mana one. But the 7-mana one is a nightmare. Oh, yeah, I mean, I could cast Nissa later. I'm not... I can do the one at a time thing. As long as the Ajani emblem exists, I can just take my time. I have a fetch land for Gene Pollinator. And it's a Pock hand with removal? Oh, this is not Molt Tender. This isn't Molt Tender. This is supposed to be Molt Tender. I'm an idiot. Alright. Whoops. That is supposed to be a Molt Tender. That was the intent of this card in my deck. Mistakes have been made. Okay, so we play Pock or do we play our commander? I guess I play my commander. The problem is they don't really care about it. I'm gonna cast it though. I just feel like they don't really care about it. Rampant Growth is actually kind of interesting. Now, there's enough ramp in my deck, I'll sift through and find what I'm looking for, I'm sure. But I think my opponent's way to win is faster than my ultimate here. So they probably aren't terribly concerned with it. Oh, also, they mill me anyways. I can't keep the card. Okay, so play this. Can't copy Pock. We just plus first, I guess. That's poop. I'll keep it on top. Yeah, we'll do this. We'll play a land. And then I can attack their stuff on their own turn there. Are you going to Fractured Identity Pock or something? Opponent seems really giddy to see Pock. I don't know what that's about. You can't really swing at me. Ooh, beautiful. I love this. Love that. Unwanted Remake. Alright. Let's go ahead and get ourselves free mana. Because Pock is dumb. Do I guess I... Alright, yeah. I was about to say, now at this point, because I just apparently made my opponent deeply upset with Pock, I'll just kill this and then have the ultimate. And because everything is dead, I might as well... Oh no, this is still alive. It's still alive because they killed it. Oh well, get wrecked. Should have played around it. This is the damage one? Okay. I believe it's faster than me trying to get to Ajani. So, not sure what I'm supposed to do here. Suppose I'll lead with this regardless. I think they can cast this before I would ultimate. I don't really have a good way to stop that. I think I'm just... Yeah, I mean, I'm going to play this. Yep. Okay. Yeah, this game is already over. They could have a counterspell too, actually, if they have it in their deck. This game's just over. Please trade. I would probably not trade if I were my opponent there. But they did. Soul partition this? Wait a minute. Are we gonna get there? We might actually get to the ultimate, but we have no cards in our hand. Might actually get to the ultimate here. Now I have to stay alive for a while. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Actually, I can just pay life here. Right? Yeah. Just pay life. I would not have negated this. I can just recast it. That seems a bit strange. You just gave me another like you just let me do it again. Okay. I don't really get that. I'll kill this token. No, I won't. Oh, hey, it's Spock. Just in time for killing my opponent with poison. Wow. Get dunked on. Honestly, just get dunked on. I thought I had no chance. I really didn't think I had a chance. That's crazy. That's just nuts. That's just nuts. Wow. It lined up so obscenely perfect. I mean, it was basically everything that happened basically had to happen. I completely disagree with the minus, or excuse me, I disagree with the negate here. I know it has like a plus that finds cards, but like once it's in play, I can't cast it again, and then you're just, I don't know, maybe that's just hard to negate anything, and you might as well. But again, it gives me another cast trigger, and you're just dying to the poison. I only had one more, so let's see, they go to 6, 8. Wow, yeah, no. Get me to... Any Lorwyn commanders I'm looking forward to? I don't know, the good ones. Looking forward to the good ones, I guess. Yeah, we'll lead with Benetile. Yeah, okay. Shoot. Alright, it's, yeah, there's no way I don't view stuff here. I could get Dark Depths, so that seems really stupid. Let's get... that. Pearl Medallion? Well, that's unfortunate. We can play our commander at this point. Might as well. Honestly, might as well. Have it chill out. Another land is not necessary. Well, if I knew they were going to do that, I'd probably leave up Mana Tithe. Okay, they're going a route that I find abstract here. Do they have Mana Tithe? That would have been so funny. I wonder if they did. Do we think they have Mana Tithe? It could be Solitude. Could be Solitude here. I don't really know. I don't know. I'm not sure if I'm supposed to cast this Forceful Cultivator. My opponent's making me nervous. Okay, that makes my life easy. Yeah, we're just going to cast this instead. And just pass. Oh, I should have cast the one they knew about. Maybe I was too revealing with that. Okay, yeah, that's fine. Alright, Midaside actually did something. I will threaten the dumb. Once I find it. Alright, so we have stuff. This stuff is very dangerous to deal with. But it's not immediately winning the game. My opponent has a full hand. That makes 1/1s? Yes. I guess I'll cast the Agrazer for poison. There's not a big reason to hold it. I can't do this and that. Oh, yes I can. Okay, so I'll cast it. And now I need a second spell here. One more spell and we got him. There's no reason to swing. And the only thing that can really kill me is Moonshaker Cavalry. And I don't think any deck ever plays that. Gains at the beginning of your upkeep, this card is exiled, perpetually gets ++++. Alright, I am going to kill Delny so they don't get any value. They just like, well, they get value, but it's not like really significant value. Draw your card. The poison removing lion? Would be a shame. Tokens have flying. Okay, well, there's not a lethal degree of tokens in play right now. And I have a 20/20. Nine lives doesn't save you. 9 lives does not save you from poison. Unless it does. Has it been that long? I don't remember. I thought it didn't save you from poison. I thought it just saved you from lethal damage. What did they just do? Wasn't paying attention. Can I? No, I can't. Alright, let's do this then. Let's get rid of you. I can get Karn's Bastion, but I can't tap it, like, enough to, Oh, what? It didn't even let me wait. Okay. They explored twice. Oh, I guess I wasn't paying attention. Okay, Nykthos has been kind of meh. Maybe I take out Nykthos. Opponent knows they're going to the last turn anyways. There's no reason to... This is not a lethal attack. There is literally no reason to attack. There's no reason to do anything. My opponent has another turn. I wish they didn't, but they do. Again, there's like 2 cards that maybe kind of sort of kill me here. And those are big maybes. I guess I'll just auto-yield. Yeah, it doesn't save against poison. I've played a lot of 9 lives, so... Played a lot of 9 lives. Solemnity. Phyrexian on life. Oh wait, no, not Phyrexian on life, just Solemnity. Alright, no Moonshaker. I've never seen anyone cast Moonshaker, so it doesn't surprise me. Alright, look at that. Poisoned. Poisoned to death, and we had 36 mana. I guess I could get Elishnorn, right? We could have... Oh, I should have just... Well, no, they would have died before it resolved. But yeah, Elishnorn would have killed everything that mattered, right? They also would have just died. Oh, no, they were just dead to damage. I didn't even have to do this, right? Let's see, it was 6, 7, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11? Oh, it's really close. It's really close. I have infinite tokens, but it is close. I guess I could have Ajani'd in minus. Let's say they didn't have the ultimate. I could have Ajani'd, spread some counters, and then Karn's Bastion those counters. If I made a token at some point, it would have been super lethal, I guess. Alright. That's funny. Yeah, I think I'm going to take out Nykthos. I don't know. I think I'm going to take it out. It hasn't... It literally has just done nothing every time I've played it. I'd rather just have another forest, honestly. Or Yavimaya, I guess, to be fair. Or whatever it's called. Oh, is it colorless? Is Yavimaya colorless? It turns itself into a forest? It does. That's weird. Oh, that probably is the only way to have it be balanced. It can't be a... Of course it can't be a forest. What am I talking about? Alright. There's this... Yeah, that's true. I could have just paid 30 mana. Or is it 20? How many? It's 10, and there are 3 each. 30 mana. Could have done that. Well, they're all colorless. But I meant, like, it's not a forest. Yeah. Of course it can't be a forest, though. I don't know what I was thinking. You could just find it every game. Oh, I just had a thought and it's gone. Oh, what's the seek thing? So I can... Oop, knocked into my microphone. I can play stuff like this, which is a creature that finds another creature for the Ajani. Can also just play it early to find anything. And it's just fine, maybe. Same argument with Faithless Agent. I can cast it, finds another creature, can cast that creature, but we're not really in a. It's really just not necessary. What's the? It's probably elf, right? Of course, it's elf. It's always elf. I don't even like elves. This is the most prolific creature type in green. Don't even like them. Yeah, if you're going to play Craterhoof, it makes sense to also play Moonshaker if you can. They do the same thing. It's reasonable. Moonshaker's just like slightly worse, but not to any degree that would make it not lethal when you cast it every game. The drafting Garruk. Alright, no Curse of Silence again. I don't think I have the drafting Garruk. Unless it's a creature. No, I don't have it. That is a motley crew of draft creatures. Oh my goodness. I guess Ominous Traveler works too. No, I shouldn't be too concerned about that. I should not be concerned about that. What I should be concerned about is probably playing Rofellos for the sake of playing Rofellos. Let's not run Esper Sentinel. It was only good one time in the past, like, 3 months that I have seen it. I don't know if Esper Sentinel... It's kind of like the Rhystic Study issue, where Rhystic Study... Oh, I forgot about Bloom Tender. I want all the cultivates in here. Totally forgot about that. It's a ramp spell and a creature. Completely forgot. I usually forget about it because it's in the 5-minute department. And I don't look at those. 5-minute cards aren't real. Oh, it drafts them into play? Oh, well, then it just doesn't work. Then it just doesn't work. Rofellos is just a mana dork. It taps for 1. That's it. Well, technically 2, because I guess it's the green to be cast in the first place. But I'm not playing Rofellos because it hopefully taps for 10 mana at once. If it taps for 1 mana, that's enough. Like all the others. It just has the upside of being the most unfair thing in the game. No, that's not even... That's actually not even true. It's not even true. We're just never gonna win. I can't take it out now, though. It's too late. Priest of Titania? I don't recognize that. Oh, Priests of Titania. From the elf thing. I mean, it taps for 1. With the upside of tapping for more, I guess. How is my Lotus blue? What are you talking about? This thing? Because I don't have any rares or mythics. That's what you're talking about? It only shows you the best thing you can craft. I mean, it's the same argument where Fellows it taps for one, with the sometimes upside of tapping for more than one. And I would play it as just a 1 mana tapping mana dork, because we already have some of those. It's probably fine. Alright, no Soul Partition. I mean, the white cards are definitely... are slowly turning into the mono green dream. This deck would probably be a lot easier. What if I just shaved white entirely, so I don't have to worry about planes? Let's take out Reprieve. You know what? Let's take out Stroke of Midnight. Can shave another planes now. I like that a lot. Could take out this March. I like these, like, universal answers that White's given me. But they could just be more just green ramp threats and not worry about that. Alright, let's try this. The closer to green, the closer to God. Is Finn better than this? Finn was always better. There was no way to make this better than Finn. That just wasn't going to be a thing. Finn is just a better version of this Ajani. There's no way to... As far as I'm concerned, there's no changing that. Going like heavy into white does not convince me that this is better than Finn. They're different. I mean, this is not an aggro deck, whereas the other one kind of wants to be. Well, that's probably one of the best cards to have turn one for this specific deck. Let's play this. This is actually excellent in flubs. I mean, it's always going to be broken, but here it's like extra insane. Okay, well, I suppose I was never a part of this game. My opponent just wanted to play solitaire. Nice blue and red cards. Let's play almost completely nothing at all matters. So I'll just do whatever. I'm just going to spend the treasure token for Proliferate on this thing. I'm not going to swing. I think this game's over. I mean, Flub's Exploration, Tyler's Provisioner. It's kind of like the best thing you could possibly ask for. It's literally the best possible opener. We came close, but Kami is not Exploration. I mean, I could just concede now. I don't know. I have the ultimate, but I'm just going to lose before that, like, does anything. My opponent's playing Tifa? What? They have one land, just a single fetch land. Okay. So... do the dumb. and then just try to get there. I have absolutely no idea what I'm even trying to do right now. Oh, you've got to be kidding me. How does that even happen? You've got to be kidding me. That's just preposterous. That's just so stupid. Of course their last card is a fetch land, God forbid. Yep, why not? Okay, yeah. Talent. My opponent is extremely talented. Very talented player. Very talented. Nice blue and red cards. Nice blue and red cards. We got completely sold. You know what? I think I should just concede. I'm gonna, if I ever see Exploration, I think I'm probably just going to concede. That is the closest to auto wins that are in this format. I can't tell you the last time I've genuinely beaten somebody who played Exploration on turn 1. I don't know. It doesn't seem like it's ever happened. I don't know if I've even ever lost having cast Exploration turn 1. As far as I can think about it currently, I don't know. It just seems like a auto win every time I see it. I don't think I'm gonna crop rotation, so... I have not seen a treasure map in a very long time. Let's get... Let's, do 4... Oh, I have to tap white. Okay. Of course I do. I knew that. I was just testing you. Just testing everybody. Rofellos? Yeah, why not? There you go, buddy. You're in play. Alright, I have 40,000 mana. Not much to do with it. Doesn't look like the kind of game... Well, I mean, yeah, maybe it is. Mossborn Hydra. Well, I don't have more lands. I could crop rotation. I actually really don't know what to do here. Let's... What is this doing for us? Overlord? I kind of like Overlord. We could World Weave as well. Yeah, let's get World Weave going. I like that. Tap this for 2. Yep. Or, excuse me, tap it for 3. And then... Pause? No, let's just do it again. I'll hold the Mossborn Hydra. Okay. I was about to say, I have the ultimate coming, and I'm spending all my creatures, so I won't get that ultimate. But... I don't know. I mean, I have basically Omniscience here. I basically have Omniscience. I can cast everything to an empty hand. But I don't have a huge amount of pressure going on. Maybe I should have just played this and then just passed and not cast these two. That probably would have been slightly better. Yeah, okay. I should have just cast this. Yeah, alright. I should have... Wait, could I have... Why am I tripping? I'm struggling to appreciate the fact if I could or not. Did I have 3 lands that let me cast this? The world... What did the World Weave do? What did the World Weave do? It gave me this forest, right? Oh, okay, this tapped for 3 because of the Badger Cub. I had more than... I thought for some reason it was only tapping for 2 because I only had 2 forests. But it taps for 3 because of the cub. Yeah, okay, I should have cast this. Alright. Talk about solitaire. Talk about solitaire. I completely ignored my opponent that game. Completely ignored him. Thalia? Well, that doesn't really do anything against me. Oh look, a 1-drop just in time. I'm gonna kill this initiate. One, two, three, four. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Of course. Of course, of course, of course. Even mind sensor. Why not? Okay, well, Thalia did way more than I feel like I had any business doing this game. Cool. I feel like most of the time it's just a free matchup. I guess not that time, though. I don't think Thalia stands really a great chance against green decks at all, but nope, of course not. Not that time. I've never had an issue beating Thalia. Usually just super free. What is this? Yarok? Oh look, turn 2 exploration. Well, not as good. Nowhere near as good, actually. Almost completely useless, because it wasn't turn 1 in this exact situation. Amazing. Yep, we just want more lands. And hopefully not lose to, Subtlety. Yeah, I'll take that. Kind of a weird time to brainstorm? Yarok? Maybe it's not that weird. Still feels a little weird. Can I cast the... Okay, I wasn't sure if I could even cast the charm. Should have checked harder. This is all basic lands, by the way. Bit weird. Alright, they just don't want to cast Yarok. Want to get rid of Deluge of the Dead. Very interesting. I guess I just pass. Yep. I have no creatures for the ultimate. Nashi has Ward 2? Why does this card exist? Okay, so... have to do it for 4. I guess I could have waited to see what they choose, but I think they always choose Brainstorm, so it doesn't really matter. Should upkeep this Archdruid's Charm? Although casting Utopia Sprawl's fine. Eh. Elish Nord's not great. Did I leave in the Seek thing? The Lookout? I did. I can't cast it right now, though. That's fine. I'm actually going to take this card and just start to stockpile dumb nonsense slowly. And assume Yarok can't, like, just instantly win with something stupid. So, Rofellos. Is that, I suppose, slightly better than Nissa? Even though this is... Alright, I'll cast this. They're all effectively the exact same. Yeah, this just doesn't... everything I do is just gonna die. It doesn't really matter. It's just a matter of casting enough things to win. My opponent feels as though they're fast enough to kill me, so I don't like that idea here. So far I haven't seen that come to fruition. I haven't seen, like, game-winning nonsense yet. Just a wall of value that doesn't stop me. This technically counts as well. Can also just cast that, so. They don't swing at the battle, let's do this. I guess another green is fine. And then cast this. Yeah. Again, we're just doing the same thing over and over until my opponent is dead. Oh, that's the one that oh, no, it's not. It's the same one. I thought it was the one that turns into the Planeswalker. When it finds tangled spaghetti. I don't think there's anything that stops me from this spot, but I guess we'll find out. Oh, that certainly isn't it. I thought they sacked the Nissa. Oh, they sacked the other thing. Never mind. Of course, I don't find anything that wins. There's no way to. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Right? Top 6 lands. Okay. Well. There's just one Hail Mary. Come on. One time, please. Come on. Come on! God. Come on. Got to be kidding me. Okay, so apparently I needed something to live, which I mean, there's no doing anything about that. No, I feel like I should have won this. I got scammed there. I don't know. I mean, they drew so many cards. That's not the point, though. It's just like, how did... Is there anything I could have done different? Nope. There's nothing I could have done. Not that I see, anyway. I had so many things I could have found, though. So many things. My opponent is playing the potato combo, which I don't have an answer to. Of course, I don't find anything. Why would I? Yeah, that tracks. Cool. Talent. What a thought-provoking strategy. There's almost nothing I can do about it. I don't think there is anything I can do about it. Actually, I should have just... no, that's... No, there's nothing I can do. No, there's literally nothing I can do. That's a weird one. These two? Do I want World Weave? I don't think so. What does that do? I don't care. I have a turn 3 Primeval Titan because this game is balanced. Let's grab Dark Depths and Thespian Stage. They can't really steal anything from my deck that matters. So that's pretty nice. Bake into pie? That's nuts. Okay. That's really weird. Let's go ahead and do this, I guess. And then Surveil. Oh wait, I can't Surveil. I don't... Well, it doesn't matter. I'm going to shuffle it anyways. I'm not going to go for the token. I'm just going to cast this. Go for the token next turn. I can also now go for Elish Norn, because I played that. They probably concede to Elish Norn, so I probably just go there to start. Probably. Opponent's literally cooking. Yeah, I guess bacon to pie is kind of nuts. 1, 2, 3, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah. We're just gonna be toxic here. Get in there. Yep. Okay. Elish Norn is funny. Every time I've cast it, my opponents have immediately conceded. If that keeps happening, maybe I just put this in more decks. It's just not something I think about as like... I mean, even just killing it, all it does is kill this, you know? And then they can kill it with a kill spell. It probably doesn't matter too much. I mean, I'm so far ahead, right? This is a turn 3 Primeval Titan. This is absolutely gross and ridiculous. Yeah, I don't even need this at this point. It's just scrying 1 a turn. Okay, I could have even went for the token. I was so far ahead, I could just do whatever I wanted. Yeah, we could have mulliganed for any kind of solution to the Crucius thing. I guess there's like 3 or 4 in my deck. Could have even mulliganed to 1, I guess, to just find it. Opponent wants to play like an extremely one-dimensional thing that doesn't require any brain power. I guess I mulliganed to 2. This is a... Guess I play this? I can deal with their commander. This deck does not like losing its commander, so... I think I'm just gonna kill their commander here. That seems really... Yeah. I can do this. Sanguine Bond. So, do I cast my commander, or do I just make a bunch of mana? We could just make a bunch of mana. Because this is going to get attacked anyways. Yeah. This is a lot of mana, so... This might make it so my opponent can't do whatever they want. We can swing for 1 now. Probably could have last turn as well. I don't know. Doesn't really matter. I'm not killing them with damage, obviously. I can't get to the ultimate now. There's like no way to get to the ultimate. Oh, and Sorin flips, so I probably just lose. Okay. Works too, I guess. Yep, this game's just over. Can't stop the flying into my commander. It's almost just immediately lost to that. Unfortunately, my opponent does not care about Defense of the Heart, really. So, not ideal for us. Plus? Does that change anything? Well, let's slow down here. It doesn't really change anything, does it? No. Not really. Alright, do you have one of the things to do, I guess? Of course we do. Four counters? 4 damage. Completely useless. Alright, do you have even more perfect things to do? Guess not. Yep, literal perfection. Literal perfection. There's like 8 cards in the game that are actually good with Tannic. Of course, my opponent just has all of them, so you got it. There's so few cards with Tannic. It's not the same as Perforos. It can't do Eldrazi or anything like that. And it had probably just full stop the best possible thing it could have had. Like completely and utterly the best possible thing. I think I could even beat Portal to Phyrexia, which is the other good. Yeah, I could beat Portal. I could beat Portal, probably. I'm not beating the weird space station thing. It's absolutely the best thing. Like, if they could choose the card to cheat in, it would be that every time. Far and away the best option. Guess I'll do white here. Yeah, we have this. Elish Nord is a very, very depressing thing for this. Well, it can be. It doesn't exactly kill their commander. I'm also not casting it next turn or anything like that. Do I cast it? Suppose I do. Mind Stone? Huh. Oh, it's a non-creature spell. Like, is this is... Yeah, okay. Alright, I can get behind it. I think I'm not gonna interact with this card. I'm gonna just chill with this. I might actually poke their commander so it's stuck in play with no text on it. So, Elvish Mystic is how I... Oh, wait, no, never mind. It's not how I do it. There's no solution to me doing this. You just get schmeeded. Can't they just kill them both? Isn't that just pretty obvious? Yeah. I don't know why they had to think about that. Okay, well, that didn't work, so I guess I just lose now. Morning Queen is somewhat okay. Four, seven. I can't afford to proliferate in plus or ultimate. It's not possible here. Draw nothing. Amazing. That's like a fair amount of good things to draw. Cool. You got it. Well, at no point was I in that game after Elishnorn died. I could have held on to it longer, but I would have just died faster. It doesn't really change anything. That's my expected Elishnorn outcome. I've only had it happen once, though. Just as I talked about being surprised that people don't are auto-conceding to it. There it is, doing literally nothing. Okie dokie. Oh, great. That's enjoyable. Alright, they somehow have absolutely nothing. Hmm. I don't think I can play Scute Swarm, because I probably just lose to Rofellos. I misclicked the mana I floated. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Did they already? Oh, they did. Okay. There's a handful of good cards to find. That's not quite one of them. It's almost good enough, but not quite. I need it like Hour of Promise. Basically, immediately. Just didn't get it. Yeah, I needed Hour of Promise there. Alright, I probably just lose now. To, whatever. Doesn't really matter. Nope. Doesn't matter. Wait a minute. What's that 9 that's green? What's a green 9 drop? Well, I guess we'll find out together. Okay. Does this have haste? Okay. Does not have haste. Okay. What? Alright, so let's play... Uh, 24... I think I'm still dead. It's not enough. I swing with that. It goes to 24. They just block it with the Death Toucher. And then I just lose. Well, I'm not winning by passing the turn, so I might as well cash it in now. But, yeah, I need it to just have something more. Play Ajani? Let's see, we get 3 more counters, 17. It's still not enough, though. It's still not enough. Okay. Yeah, that's not enough. It's only 6 more. That would not have done it. 6 more wouldn't have done it. I mean, even 10 more wouldn't have done it. Okay, again with the 9. They did 9 last time. The summon Bahamut? I don't even know. I don't know. It is summon Bahamut. That doesn't save you, does it? You have to blow up the World Wagon? I think you have to blow up the World... Okay, they don't blow up the World Wagon. Okay. Ajani now is lethal? How did I win this? For the sake of more damage? Should cast this. It's slightly more damage. Wait, maybe I didn't win. Okay, well, the way it panned out looks like the well, no, because they would have had more life this turn, so it still would have been the same thing. They can't kill my commander, so they have to kill the world wagon. Oh, they already did. What am I talking about? They already did. They do kill my commander. That just gives me my commander back. That doesn't make a lot of sense to me. I mean, they did the best thing they could do last turn, so they had to have drawn something that matters. They did not draw something that matters. This flips into an 8-8 that doesn't matter. Okay, well, silly me. Okay, those don't matter. Wow. We won this game. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. What's very strange here is my opponent, like... Yeah, here comes Fog. If my opponent cast Fog, I would probably, like... I don't know what I would do. I usually say I'd uninstall the game, but I would probably go the next level and just throw my computer out the window, I think. I think that would just be it. You just wouldn't hear from me ever again if I got fogged here. Like, could you imagine? They would just be cheating. Someone would be cheating. I don't know how it would be possible, but you're just cheating at that point. Not only would you have fog in your deck, you weren't holding priority the whole time. There was no priority being held or anything like that, and suddenly, when I go to kill you, just fog. It'd be like, okay. But yeah, I would say they just didn't have anything, but they did. My opponent had things. They got Summon Bahamut, they Green Sun Zenith, they Galted, like they had things, and we still beat it, which is just nuts. Like, the only way you usually beat this is if they just don't have anything, or you kill it. But my opponent did have things. I don't know what Green Sun Zenith for 9 was doing. I just don't know. They went with Galta. Galta's just a weird card to have in your deck, I feel. Just weird, but sure, whatever. This flipped, it still doesn't save him. So, very, very interesting there. I don't even know what this is doing. Uncounterable? That just doesn't matter. You're casting Ophelis on turn 2, right? Yeah, I don't agree with all these cards, but it doesn't matter. They were doing anything, and it was beaten somehow. I think this is more a testament of, like... I don't really know. Questionable deck choices? As opposed to me winning? Like 1, 2, 3... There's at least 3 cards have been played that I'm not a fan of in Real Fellows. I don't even really like Overlord too much. I guess it's fine. It makes a forest. Very strange. Okay. Very well. Well, I'll never beat anything tougher than that, that's for sure. That's just not bound to happen. Also, apparently doing this fixes it. Look at that! If you just click this twice, it fixes the companion zone. Look at what we just figured out. So, March hasn't been too exciting. Neither is this. Actually, this could just be Heliod's punishment. Or the reprobation or something. I don't think have I cast swords yet? No, I still like what Enlightened Tutor's doing. I guess Mana Tithe can go. It's been somewhat useful, but eh. All right, I'm gonna take out approach. We've seen it exist. We've seen it exist. Yes, sirree. I don't think I like sweepers. There's no solitude anymore. I guess Ouroboros with the minus is kind of funny. Like pivot into this. I don't know, people like it because it's suddenly played in standard, so everyone likes Ouroboros now. It's alright. It's just so slow. I like me a Voice of Resurgence. This would have won against the Katara deck. The first game we played today. Would have basically soloed them. Can't say it would have done anything in any other game, though. I forgot about Gemstone Caverns. Completely forgot about that. Overlooked it. Guess I can come in. I've seen Darkness twice. I think I've seen Darkness twice outside of Pauper. Maybe it was only once. I don't think it did anything, though. Like, they cast it and then just died the next turn. I think that's how that went down. I think so. What's a creature that, like... Is it... What am I thinking of? This thing? Is this good? Doesn't this give me the... This lets me pick up creatures to recast for the emblem? Oof. Tell you, nice merfolk. Nice merfolk. Yeah, Skewed Swarm might have been fine here. I might have threw. There's one merfolk in particular, some blue-green thing, that is particularly good. They did not what? You're not swinging with the Elvish Mystic? What? Oh, okay. No shot you have a counterspell. You don't have me convinced, at least. It's like this collected company. Okay. Yeah, I don't know. I have no idea what's going on. Wash away? Could have been leaving it wash away? That doesn't seem right. Okay. Random 3/3. Sure. Well, we'll be making a 2020. Yeah, Scutestorm would have been good. I'd be... Everything I've done so far would be a turn off, but that's probably just... Would have been fine. Yeah, I think binning the Scutestorm is... If I lose, that's just why. I just shouldn't have done that. Like, we're fine with it, obviously, in play right now. Okay, does that help me? Nope. So... Get the combo. Have to do it now. Otherwise, I don't get Thespian Stage to use. Play land. Pass. Opponent apparently has a 1 minute spell. Oh, I'd like to see this. Shifting Woodland. Haven't seen a reason to play that quite yet. Pretty sure there's a 1 minute spell. It could be some kind of dive down, though. The best cards my opponent have played so far is just Lanarel's Birds of Paradise. Not even the Merfolk. They don't swing. Beautiful. Alright, so I do the dumb. Keep the dumb. I guess I crop rotation... I mean, I have the fetch land. What is crop rotation doing in my hand? Let's just crop rotation. Let's get... I could get another fetch land. We can get 2 Karn's Bastions, maybe. As if my Ajani matters, really. I actually don't know. I don't know what happens to that. That's a good question. I do not know. I don't believe I can plus here. So... I should actually play... I should play this land. I should cast this bird. And put at least 1 counter on the bird. which looks a little funny, but we have Karn's Bastion, and everything ideally gets Vigilance. And there's no swinging with the Lumbering World Wagon. At least not in my opinion. This is a lot of damage. Is there any reason to proliferate now? Not really. Okay, especially if they block both. Yeah, now there's no reason to. Doesn't do anything. One green? Was this crop rotation of your own? What is this doing? What is this doing? What do we do here? Why would this deck play crop rotation? About to find out, I'm sure. Okay, that's a lot of mana. They already had probably Omniscience equivalent anyways when it comes to Merfolk being cast. Not too concerned about 2 or 3 more mana here. Okay, not concerned about 2 more mana here. You probably don't want to animate the 3 trees. Actually, it really doesn't matter what you animate. They're all the same. Yeah, I'd probably still stick with this. But it doesn't really matter. I can't give Merit Lodge Vigilance again. Does that work? Yeah, it does. There's no... It's not doing anything about that? Okay. Alright, this is crew 4. Okay, yeah, there's nothing I can do about that. Guess it makes sense to do that. So I have double proliferate, so I do have 2 lethal attackers. And that was an awful draw. What do you got for me here? Okay, game. So there's no reason to hold the land. There's no reason to activate the World Wagon. 5, 6, 7. 1, 5, 6, 7, 8. I actually can't swing with both. So I will force this. Yeah, I cannot swing with both. I would just die. And then play the land, because there's no reason not to. There's no surprises here. Alright. I'm at the mercy of the top of my opponent's deck. Nope, I'm just dead. I think I should be dead here. Can they put enough counters to kill me? That works too, I think. Okay. Uh, yeah, I'm gonna Thespian stage at the end step. Do they have... They do still have a flyer. Okay. I technically have a flyer now, too. I could for science this just to see what happens. What if I just swing... Wait a minute. Wait a minute. So we do this. And then I crew. Let's slow down here. I can do it, I promise. Okay. They're one off, just like we were. Why would you keep this? Why'd you keep that on top? Hold it, you already said good game. Alright, we did it. Very tight game there. Would have been almost a complete auto win if I just kept the Scute Swarm and just took the time off to cast it in a turn at some point in this game. I don't know why they kept this. I mean, it's their last turn. They can't find another card anyways. They might have missed lethal with the shifting attack, but I'm not 100% sure. Now I'd have to go back and look because I can't remember the exact board state, but I think they might have missed lethal. But to be fair, I guess so did I. Not that last turn, but when I just didn't keep this, that was effectively missing lethal. I mean, look at the amount of lands I have. They would have never been able to deal with it, and they were never going to get in on the ground. But double proliferate gave me the second activation of a minus here, and vigilance was quite crucial. Those last three counters I put had to be exactly where I placed them, otherwise it wouldn't have worked. And yeah, crazy game there, I guess. Crazy game. Wow. Okay, that just happened. Sure did. Sure happened. Okay, I'm gonna end on that note. That was a kind of a wild game there. Well, it's good to see that that stuff exists. See, that kind of matchup feels like I'm having a good time. But when I'm up against like the established 15 or so commanders that you see every single game, um, this is just not that great. But that's just the price you pay when I'm not playing. Every time I play Arena, I'm playing something different. There's a reason why nobody plays this, along with 85% of the cards in the game, because they're just not as good as the other 15%. But you still get those good games. I like what this is doing. It's it's funny. I think some of these ultimates, like this one, people concede way too quickly. This was no exception, I guess. Some people did actually concede. However, some people didn't. There was that one player that got to 8 poison. All I needed to do was draw a creature, and I didn't, and then I lost with like 2 shots at it. So that felt bad. But other than that one time, I kind of felt like I was going to get there before I died to whatever my opponent was doing, even though I don't have 45 creatures or something like that. You could probably go even more heavy into creatures, so the Ajani Blitz is a bit better. If I play this again, which who knows when that'll happen, but it'll probably be completely mono green. As you can see, it almost completely was already, but I probably could just abolish all the green in this and then run like 2 planes or something and just try to always get a planes because you still need at least a white source to cast it, and then just play green ramp creature nonsense, which we kind of were, but not all the way into it. I was playing funny things like Elish Norn. But yeah, so you could do like a Rofellos style situation with a commander that has a more consistent plus as well, because the more creatures you get, the more you find a creature with the plus. I found myself not getting a lot of hits off the plus, which is a little unfortunate. It felt a lot worse than 1 out of 3, which it roughly is 1 out of 3 chance that I'd find a... it's slightly higher than that, actually, because I do pull a lot of lands out of my deck. So it's a little bit higher than 1 in 3, but I feel like the +1 was just not really hitting anything. It does also care about Planeswalkers. I'm sure there is some amount of moderately reasonable Planeswalkers to play with this, but I don't know. I think I talked about Gideon at the start. Could be somewhat interesting. Wandering Emperor, maybe? I don't know. But apart from that, like, the green ramp thing is just the green ramp thing. Playing more creatures in this, like the 5 mana grindy things that I like Elder Gargaroth and other things like Elder Gargaroth, the 5 mana slime, the green O'Hare, like all those kinds of things are kind of nice. I like them. They could work here. Would probably make it more consistent with the minus, but again, I think the minus was fine. You take your time. If your opponent has... I don't really know. I'd have to pay more attention. Maybe when I go back and go back and look at every game I played, I'll have a better gauge. But it feels like... It feels like your opponent has, on average, not enough turns to win once you've -6. I think. There is definitely people who play this all the time. I'm sure there's someone out there that really likes this commander and has a better, like, -6 or something. I just felt like having nuclear bombs in my deck, or just like scary things outside of Ajani, was better than just blitz for the ultimate and cast a bunch of creatures. There is also Finn, which is just the Death Touch 2-drop commander that is, no matter how you try to build Ajani, Finn is just going to be a better version of that thing, which is blitzing 10 poison into your opponent's face. But I like how this is a Planeswalker, and it can do like a slower mid-range thing. Obviously, I'm not really a big fan of aggro decks. I mean, I've played them. I'm not a terribly big fan of them. I don't really like the strategy that much. Historic Brawl is also pretty unforgiving towards aggro, which is pretty cool, I will admit. It's a format I play a lot, and aggro is not really that prevalent. I mean, you have Ragavan, but that's bracket 5. We saw a Thalia today, but Thalia is pretty easy to beat, in my opinion. I did get stomped by Thalia today, but usually I don't care if someone plays Thalia in the command zone. I'm talking about the 2-mana one, not the Abzan one. Usually just kind of ignore it and then just win with whatever you're doing, because the tempo loss from Thalia's tax normally isn't really a big deal, but they just had all like the super perfect things into what I was trying to do. Like Aven Mind Sensor into 5 shuffle effects, or search effects, I mean. Just kind of bad how everything lined up. But yeah, I mean, I like this. It's cool. I'd say it has like a 30% win rate, maybe 40. Maybe roughly or a little bit lower than that, maybe. Just, it's not great into what you should expect to play against. But if it was in that like paradise queue of where Savella, I think my favorite commander ever in terms of gameplay has been Svella, the red-green snow monolith commander, because it was in the perfect bracket where everyone was almost exactly the same in power level, and games were going on to like turn 15, and it was back and forth all the time. That was just a really good game, a really good commander. This isn't quite like that. I did see a bunch of like Rofellos, which, what am I going to do? I'm going to be faster than them? Probably not. And as a mono green style Johnny, I'm probably not going to deal with anything they're doing. So they're just faster than me, and they don't have to worry about me casting any white spells to interrupt them. I'm just trying to do what they're doing, but just slower. So that if you expect to see that all the time, you're going to have like a 2% win rate if Rofellos is your opponent every time. But apart from that, you will get games where it's cool and it does the thing. You're just not really going to have that happen against the 15 like hyper established decks that most people just play because they copied it from the internet and it has a 60% win rate or something. But yeah, still a cool strategy. I always think about this commander because I like the thing it's doing. In EDH, it is very scary to just play this and then race to it, because now everyone's stuck on this clock and you have to kill someone first. So in EDH, it's like, who are you going to target first with this? And then they have to convince the other 2 players to like kill you before you do the thing. It's kind of funny, unless you have some kind of combo or whatever. I didn't have speaking of combo, I didn't have Wirewood Symbiote in here the whole time. This probably would have won, I think, at least 2 of the games I lost, because it picks up an elf, and then I could have picked up the elf and recast it and got the emblem trigger again, and I just spaced on this card until near the end of playing. But this is actually pretty nice. It's not an elf deck, but I still think it's worth playing. It's just enough elves to do that. I was actually playing, whatchamacallit? Where'd it go? Yeah, Sky Shroud Lookout. There's even the 3-mana Planeswalker that seeks an elf. You could probably consider that one as well, I suppose. Rofellos is Rofellos, and what's the other one? Priest of Titania. This is just a Metadork, just like Tangled Florahedron, right? And with the upside of sometimes tapping for more than one. That's fine to me. Happens to be an elf, though, so Wirewood Symbiote has another elf to play with there. You could play Faceless Agent, which gives you an elf. Faceless Agent also, just like Sky Shroud Lookout, finds 2 creatures. It casts itself, and then another card for Ajani. So that is kind of neat, and I'm a huge fan of Faceless Agent, so... But yeah, it's an alright commander, not too exciting. It struggles against a lot of things. Maybe if I was more into green, remove the white entirely, would be slightly better off. Or just go the other direction and run a ton of board wipes, I guess. Maybe there's something there. Because you don't really care about your creatures alive once you get the ultimate. All you have to do is cast them. Doesn't matter what they do after that. I don't know. But let me know what you thought about it. Like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys for I think the next set comes out. I think it's... When does it come out? Is it, what does the Mastery Pass say? Just go by that. 32 hours. Alright, so in 30